Hey guys, I hope that you're doing well. Shalom, peace to you. Welcome back if you're returning back. My name is Shannon. If you're new, audio discretion advised if you have little ones around because it really is OMG at times, okay? So anyway, we're going to jump in here. I'm going to do a little spread. I'm going to look at the last 24 hours. I did a spoon reading and then hopped over on my Instagram reading. I shared the Instagram reading. I may have shared both of those in the community section, but the Instagram for sure. Was very profound what most I was bringing out. So I want to look what happened in the last 24 hours and what's going on in the now, specifically at times. And for the next 24 hours, we're going to ask the Most High what's hidden here and what the advice is and what he's going to do about it. All right, so let's see. Thank you, sweet Jehovah Elohim. I appreciate all that you are. Jehovah, rebuke, bind, and block every foul, wicked, dark thing and shove it down to the pit of hell where it belongs. Show me the past 24 hours, Jehovah, what we're allowed to know about it, the present and the next 24 hours, what's hidden about this information and the advice, and what you're going to do about it with the outcome within it. So the past 24 hours was the Seven of Cups, some type of a decision, or what do I do because whatever I pick has a consequence to it. All right. The Empress is in the now, is in the present, and the next 24 hours, somebody, that Four Cups, the apathy, I've actually seen that card several times today on readings. Somebody's thinking about something here. It's emotional. Either they're pouting or they're contemplating something. What's hidden is the Knight in Shining Armor, okay, with some love matter or somebody's, if that's the Empress and you're dealing, if you're older and you have, you know, older kids that even may have kids or, you know, teenagers or something like that, then so be it. This is also a police card, and the Empress also holds the legal scales within her as well. The advice is to stop something. The Death card is here. And to make something in and transform. And then what the Most High is going to do about it, the Eight of Swords. Somebody is going to go to jail for something. At the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. And when I was reading for the Instagram reading, the Thief card came out with the Money card. And the Most High said that they were caught for taking work that was somebody else's and saying it was their work and all that kind of stuff. And so what that past 24 hours, somebody made some type of a decision and it had a consequence to it, okay? And so because somebody thieved something needed to come out as well. So whoever got up and said and did the right thing by exposing something, then you should have done that, because nobody gets to hide something, thieve something, steal something. There was a lot of money there that showed up. And so with the Empress being here in the present, somebody's either done that to their parent, or this is also, again, projects of some kind is here with her. Money, she represents rich money, bank systems, things like that. I had 2 letters of a bank come out, and it could be any bank, it was just making reference, it was just hitting me that way. Somebody has played a game out here around some stupid stuff, okay? Home matters are out here with the Empress, whatever she represents, some type of pregnancy of something, whether it be an actual baby or your baby within a project or something that you may be being saving things for or whatever. In the present moment, the Empress is here, and I'm going to take some cards on these positions. But somebody in the next 24 hours is sitting there mad, or contemplating, or pouting, or trying to figure out what to do. If somebody is going to take the cups, then see that extra cup that's coming from the hand of the Most High. Quit being in their feelings with the 3 cups. It's already fallen down now for that thievery or those lies. Then, you know, whatever that 4 cups is, that's apathy. I don't care. Okay, well then don't freaking care, freak. If that's how people show up, stupidness, you shouldn't have done what you did. You did what you did. There was a fugitive there. So what's hidden is police officers. So somebody could be being watched. Okay, there could be somebody being watched. So this police officer could be upright, or they could be involved in things for all we know. I don't know. But there's fugitive around, and so they would be being hunted down for something. So the advice is to be secretive, around a bunch of people as well. Because a church organization was involved in something, and there was a fugitive there, and so you got babies and stuff in the sanctuary and everything else, and something does need to be secretive with that. That's because this person needs to get out. They need to get out. They need to get out. We just pray right now that they be exposed, and the Most High is going to make sure they be incarcerated, because they are guilty. The Seven of Swords is a guilty card, and the incarceration is the outcome card of the Eight of Swords. Okay, so let's see here. Show me this knight here in the hidden space. What do we need to know about that, please? That could be also showing it could be a water sign. I got a lot of water showing up in this reading in a really big way. There's 4 water cups out here. And so what's here, what came out on what's in the secret is there's an enticer out here. It came out with the 4 of Pentacles, but I'm using a deck. It's showing, this could be a feminine energy. I'm not sure. For some people, in the spoon reading, I had a lady come out. Okay, if this is a fugitive, and if it means anything, it was a black lady card. Okay, and so whatever that means, for if you're upright, you're upright, but somebody's not, somebody's a fugitive somewhere. So whatever that means, okay, that could be prevalent. It could be a white person for all I know. I don't know, but the deck that I was using did show that card. This 4 of Pentacles shows somebody knowing that somebody's behind them, watching them, and they're trying to entice that person. It's somebody needs to be very careful, especially if this is a fugitive. They got a root of evil with the 4 Pentacles coming out here, and there's murder out here around some stuff. The 10 of Wands is hidden. Something's a real big burden around this thing, because you got babies and children and people that are upright and godly people, and being around somebody like that. It also came out with the 3 of Swords. It shows something that may have taken place. It shows 3 people. This is felt. There's a burden here. There's a burden here. Somebody's been holding back, holding on as well, with some grudge out here with that 4 of Pentacles, or why they did the murder thing that they did, or stealing, or whatever. The 3 of Swords shows 3 people, and there's a woman that is hovered over a man who's just been stabbed in his heart, and the other person standing there with his sword. Okay, and so there's third-party stuff going on. Then there was something around this issue. Okay, and that's what's hidden in the secret that the Most High is showing here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Cups. This is an overindulging energy, and it does show in the same position. Like I said, a police officer is here, but so obviously somebody's undercover, having to be secret. The Most High says to stay secret, and the Most High shows 2 people here with masks on, so somebody is undercover here around this thing. Show me right now this Empress energy in the present, because that's a real big feminine energy showing up here in the present of the Tower. So right here, something's known and seen and understood. I mean, I don't know how it couldn't be all that stuff that the Most High was bringing. He don't lie when he brings things out, okay? This person could be like in the public eye, in that, or they're just in the church, or some type of major church organization could be here with this person in their church, or maybe they're up on stage or do something like that. Somebody very prideful, though, around this person is very prideful, because Tower is pride and ego, but something seen and known, and I'm just saying that because the word that is out here. Actually, the word that also can take you back to the phonics of a rope. Before I got started on either one of those readings, the Most High kept bringing out a rope and a cord and things like that. This person's, they're dangerous people. They're dangerous. This is a big caution with that tower being here, even in the right now. This is a paradigm shift. The most I said that there would be a victory, but there's like a force and a maximum protection here with this thing, okay? This person could be very attractive, very, very attractive with the Empress being here. Okay, so the other day the Empress came out in the reverse. And she had kids around her. They could work in the nursery. I don't know. Maybe there's more than one person. I mean, we're looking at the collective, and so you got sneaky people that we can read in the book of Jude, how these deceitful deceivers have made their way into the love of the Most High's church, and they've polluted the sanctuary, man. Oh my goodness, this is huge. At the bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. So this is some type of a known energy as well, or something public, or something, the Most High says to be quiet about it with the Death card here. Obviously get it to end. If you got to put the person down, then you got to put the person down because there's death here, okay? But this is something that's like known information, or has been exposed with the tower, or people in leadership know about it, and that's a big fat warning here. What just jumped out was the Knight of Wands in the reverse. They're a player. They're a player, folks. They are a player. Show me the Four Cups in the next 24 hours. What's being contemplated here? Remember, the Most I said today to listen to your gut. To listen to your gut. There's that Hangman that came out both in the spoon and in the Instagram reading. And this card deck that I am using, it does show they've got chains. They need to go. They're going to go to prison. They've already been in prison. They're prison worthy. Maybe they've got out. I don't know. This may be first time for them, for all we know. But this chain is like literally got locks all down the chain. This person's crazy. This person's crazy, folks. At the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles, because they could work with this. They could work for this church organization. It shows a man carrying a woman on his back, traipsing through the water with all the pentacles around his chest. And so somebody here that's connected maybe with the treasury, or counting the offering, or something like that. I'm being reminded about a year and a half ago, I sat and did some readings, and I remember that the Most I was bringing a real heavy that a church organization was involved in something. Somebody was thieving out of the offering plate. This person is a thief. And they've probably taken lots of it. They could work right there in that department there in your church. Whatever, there could be two people. I mean, somebody may know about it. Maybe they don't know about it. Maybe they feel like they in love with this Empress here because she's good looking. She goes to church. I don't know all the connections, but it is showing somebody carrying somebody financially on their back. Okay, and then that water energy is showing up there. There's a lot of water appearing in this reading. Show me the Death card with the advice with this. You'll hold up. The Most High shows he's going to put them in jail. They will be caught. They could be ex-law enforcement as well, maybe. And that's why they're so sharp at something as well. That could be a possibility. The Ten of Cups, water. Okay, water. They could be a big water sign born on some type of a water sign here, energy here. I have, so taking the high arcana, it would be Pisces Pisces and Scorpio. I also have Libra and Taurine energy showing up in here for some type of a connection with the high arcana here. Yes, stay quiet about it, and because it is very much emotional here. Okay, and then here comes the Queen of Cups. Well, don't you know it, folks? There's something with that Queen of Cups. Every time I read, every single time I read, there's something with that Queen of Cups, and she's standing there with the mask off her face in that same in that same position of the advice with the death card to be secret so something could be transformed with that. This person's very much manipulative. Yes, because the magician's at the bottom of the deck. Very manipulative, very skilled, how to get up, how to produce something, how to pour on some stuff. Somebody may be having an affair with this person in the church itself, okay? Let's start taking some more. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. I'm seeing a flute player here underneath this magician. It's really interesting because the last couple times the word band and a marching band energy has come out. So if this is like a big church and they have like an orchestra with all kinds of different types of music for worship or whatever, then it would be that is showing, you know, a flute normally is in some type of a regular band energy. Or if this church organization is connected to school and there's band being played there, then so be it. I mean, the energy can go many different directions. So you just pick out here and you just say whatever you want within this energy. Okay, this is interesting because right before I got started, my hands found the vice president. So the vice president of this church, or the vice president, if the vice president of the United States goes to a church, that could be in that church as well. I don't know anything about these people. I don't, but something's huge about something's known out here, even at a governmental level. And so whatever that is, I'm taking several cards out here. All right, an ending is here, and that is an advice. Okay, with the death card, but the Most High says there's an ending here. The Most High said that they were caught, so, you know, he tells it before it happens as well. A preacher is here. Well, it's here, folks. It's here, okay? The dark night of the soul is here. Somebody is in danger because there's been abuse here. There's been a deception in somebody's midst. Okay, again, if there's more people connected with this, because I don't know, the death card is a sea of people. Obviously, if there's a sea of people, it's a big old church involved in something, then so be it. It is. But the card says danger, deception in your midst. There's fear of change that somebody's had. There's mental illness around. There is. And there's abuse of power somewhere where we have a vice president energy out here. That's incredible because the hangman is my God, locked up so freaking bad, 50 billion ways to any day of the week you want to choose, with all those locks over it. And it says a mental illness and abuse. And then the next card says somebody with a mental problem are being dealt with. That's incredible. You know, the other day when I read for Instagram, we had children all over the freaking place. And they're connected because the Empress goes back to that kind of stuff. All right, and so that's very intense energy, folks. That's very intense energy. Somebody's stuck in the past, and that's why they're mental here. They say that they wish that they could just turn back time, and you can't. You know, whatever's happened with this person, they went nuts, okay? Brainstorming. There's brainstorming going on. Or, again, it's just showing the person's just in their mind all the freaking time. The next card's also making the same type of concept, always looking toward, looking at something, beholding something in their mind. Something's important out here as well. It's being pointed out, the Most High said. I had the word parents come out in the spoon reading, and so we deal with parents also that over and over. The Most High keeps saying, you better talk to your kids, it's important, and all those kids and babies were showing up the other day. Now this card says that we're dealing with parents and just let their kids just run wild, and this gonna catch up to you because there's somebody that's connected possibly with your kid that's a fugitive around you, and this is important. It is important. There's danger here, folks. Yehovah says that there's a scattering of the proud that's going to go on with this thing today. Well, if it hadn't already. There is some type of, so emotional stuff is showing up here. And then we've got emotional innocence around some stuff, which go back to children as well. Then we have something huge just taking off, cutting off quick, haste, something like that. The Most High also said, obviously, a fugitive wants to flee. Okay, and so somebody's just trying to, sneak off and flee away. The Most High is going to make sure this person gets caught. somebody connected with global foreign policies. Okay, well, that goes back to government stuff here. Okay, we got the vice president energy here, and I think Biden does that stuff as well. So whatever that connection is, folks, it's out here. Or the person's a foreigner. I could just take it for that as well. Isaiah 30:12-13 says, to the rebellious house. Remember, he already gave them a warning the other day, because these people despise the true word of the Most High, and they trust in their oppression, okay, and their perverseness, and they trust in all that kind of iniquity. This iniquity is going to be to them as a breach is ready to fall out, swelling in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly in an instant. And so we got a bunch of people now aware of some stuff, and their kids involved in some stuff. There's also a cheerleader coming out here as well. There's some type of a big issue around that cheerleader, the Most High says. So whatever that means for you. Let me take this deck here. Oh, Jehovah, send your angels out and protect those who need the protection, and get the freaks away. You show here that you are going to put them in jail. Remember the other day, I think it's about time for me to do another set of them, but when I was reading for the elements on my other, it was in this YouTube channel or the other one, the Most High brought out in several positions of what he was going to do was put somebody in prison. Okay, and so they're going to go prison. They're going to prison. The death card just jumped out. It's over, and that is the suggestion. And ending is here. Show me more information. Hold on. Yeah, well, it wants to come out. The death card is here. I'm seeing a skull. We often get bones and things like that as well. This is also no talking card as well, just to be quiet. You don't want a bunch of people going crazy. There's the enemy just jumped out. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. And it jumped out with the jealousy card here. And at the bottom of the deck is the lover. Okay, well, somebody special here. But the person's got a guitar in their hand. They're very talented. They could be in the praise and worship or play an instrument or whatever. There's been some type of an adultery here because the Knight of Rods came out in the reverse on that Empress with the Tower, which is sexual things and a pregnancy. And this card also in the negative of that card means an adulterous affair. And the enemy came out, which is an imposter, and they're very hostile. That's a hostile card, and they're jealous over something, or that's what they did, and that's what makes them a fugitive with this death energy. My God. That's incredible. The letter F is here. So again, the Most High is going to allow some more of this story to come to the surface. This came out in the spoon reading, and this represents something hidden is going to come to the light. Is this going to be on the news, or if somebody's known, then something will come to the light, I guess, if it hadn't already. It's obviously some people know what's going on with this, obviously. This is your children rune as well. It's out here. This is also just trusting, okay? This is a recovery of something as well, but there's fraud attached to this. And something about cattle or somebody who lives on a farm could be here. I had, so the letter Hey in the Instagram reading, that is the pictograph of a person getting a great big download, okay? And in the spoon reading, somebody came out and said something was pointed out in a big way, and it took my breath away. And that's that is the letter Hey. One of the meanings, a big sigh, a big download, a big whatever. The Most High in the Instagram reading brought out the H and the Y, the Hey, and the Hierophant was also there. And the Hierophant is the second house, which is the ox head anyway. And the ox head is appearing here for the Aleph head, which is cattle. And so somebody could live on a farm or be some type of connection there, or know information about this person, or some kind of connection to the affair or the thievery or the fraud issues or whatever that is. Okay, whatever that is. All the letters out here though is the F and the L and the J, the A, the G. The L would be here 2 different ways. The M is out here and the R. And somebody is cry all the time. And there is headquarters here still with this energy out here. And then the A is out here twice as well. So they, again, overindulgent energy. Maybe they've been to AA or something like that as well. That's big stuff, folks, coming out. But the Most High shows the outcome is them being guilty and them going to jail. So anyway, whatever it is for you, there's an ending here. Until next time, shalom.